Is this where we are? One man went to mow. I think I've got a over session. Is this where we are? One man went to mow. Let me just bear with me one moment. Some gremlins in the works. Just bear with me. Talk amongst yourself. Okay, so this is not the one. Sorry, I seem to be double streaming somehow because I changed the headline that I was intending to do. So I seem to be double streaming. So just bear with me for one moment whilst I try and sort that out. Un momento. Yes, I am double streaming. So I'll come out of one. Bear with me. Whoever is on the one that I'm going to end now should please come join us in the other one. So I'll end this one. J Lord, I'm ending this streaming here because I seem to be double booked. So just join us in the other stream or whoever else is here. So we end this one here. Okay, so we've ended that one. So now we go back to the other one, and then we just make a bit of an adjustment. Okay, so that works for me. Whoever was in the other one, please come to this one. I'm not quite sure. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? So just bear with me. The focus, of course, is going to be on the Nigerian Constitution with this session. So let me just make sure everything is as it should be. So just bear with me one moment. Just some background work. Just something I should have set up, but I hadn't. But there we are. These things happen. So now to put the headphones in, and then to welcome you guys properly. Okay. So now let's now put the hyperlink in there as well as we wait for the room to populate. So click here if you want to come join live on screen. Okay. So that's the hyperlink to come join live on screen. One man went to mow, and then let me just open the window as well, so we get a bit more light. So we got there eventually. 4 minutes in. One man went to mow. Come join, gather. Ladies and gentlemen, one man went to mow. I did double book this space, so maybe some people would have been waiting for the other streaming and thought maybe that ended earlier. Click on the hyperlink to come join me live on screen. Say hello as you're coming in, introduce yourself so we get to know each other. So the focus is going to be on the Nigerian Constitution this time around, because of course, in whichever session that we do, that is always the go-to. So that is what everybody sees as the main contention of the Nigerian space. The main contention, everybody is giving that attribution to the Constitution. So in this session, we're going to be going through that Constitution. So as we just wait for the room to populate. Emmanuel, I see you. Hello. Gabriel or Gerald rather, Obasi, Gerard Obasi, he had left a series of comments with the previous headline that had advertised, but alas, the narrative has changed. So I'd abandoned that previous headline, not because of anything other than I feel that this is a more interesting and a more relevant topic to focus on. So the focus is going to be on the Nigerian Constitution. So we wait for the room to populate and then we get into the throes of it. One man went to mow. So Gava, you know how we do it, you know why we do it, and you know where we do it. So, and you should know when we do it, but then of course today has been slightly different. So nevertheless, gather, come join. One man went to know. I'm just really waiting for the room to populate, because the main narrative of today is something that I would like as many people as is possible to just to be party to. So just to wait for the room to populate a bit more, one man went to know. So the hyperlink is there if you want to come join. We're usually more than this around about this time, but there we are. That's just the way it's going today. One man went to Mo. Okay. Okay, so young Chris is asking me to repent, but it's not asking me, it's not telling me what he's asking me to repent from. Okay, so we'll give it a few more minutes, because I really like us to hit a certain number before we get into the throes of this particular session. So the 1999 Constitution is the central theme of this narrative. We want to peruse it. So just wait for a few more people to join us. One man went to know. Just bear with me. Okay. So there are 68 items on the, there are more than 68 items on the 1999 Constitution, of course, but there are 68 articles of enslavement on the 1999 Constitution, and we're seeking to go through that. So we just wait for more people to come in before we get into the throes of it. Rolly, we see you. What says you? Okay, I'll remove Rowley. He doesn't seem to be ready to say anything just yet. Okay, so we get into the throes of the 1999 Constitution and the 68 items of enslavement that is in that Constitution. So now the 1999 Constitution, of course, provided by Abdulsalami Abubakar, the last military incarnation that we had within the Nigerian space. So that has been something that the Nigerian nation has been contending with for a very long time now, to the point that it is now being seen as an article of enslavement. So to that 1999 Constitution we go, and we go through those 68 items now that are a source of grievance for the Nigerian person. So item number one that we are contending with of the 68 items in the Nigerian Constitution that seeks to enslave are accounts of the government of the Federation and offices, courts, and authorities thereof, including audit of those accounts, arms and ammunition and explosives. So these items that I'm reading to you right now are the items that are exclusively on the executive list. So 68 items that are on the executive purview. So now when we're saying that the executive list or the federal list, what we're really talking to are a list of items that are exclusively at the discretion of whoever sits in Aso Rock. So at the decision of the president, effectively. So this is the exclusive list. If you want to come join live on screen, come join live on screen. But if you do want to come join live on screen, then please be prepared to at least say something. Unlike Rowley, who just, you know, I've had to remove him. So the 68 items on the exclusive, the 68 rather exclusive items on the Nigerian Constitution that are articles of enslavement. So we've gone through the first one, accounts of the government of the Federation and offices, courts, and authorities thereof, including audit of those accounts. So those are on the exclusive list. So that means that all accounts effectively sits in the hands of Buhari. So the second item on the exclusive list, and when we're talking about the exclusive list, as I said again, Buhari has the sole decisions on these items. So the second items are arms, ammunition, and explosives. So those three items, categorical and factual, so those are on the exclusive arms, exclusive list as well in the Nigerian Constitution. Let me actually see who is in the room just to see if there's anybody that is ready to take this on. Okay, so so arms, ammunition, and explosives, these are on the exclusive list as well. Aviation, including airports, safety of airports, and carriage of passengers and goods by air. So that is on the exclusive list as well. Awards of national titles of honor, decorations, and other dignities. So other dignities, bankruptcy and insolvency. That is number 5 on the exclusive list in the Nigerian Constitution. Banks, bankings, bills of exchange, and promissory notes. So that is on the exclusive list as well, all money-related matters. Borrowing of monies within or outside Nigeria for the purpose of the federation or of any state. So that is on the federal exclusive list as well. So if a state government wants to go and borrow money outside of Nigeria, it has to pass by Aso Rock. Number 8 on the exclusive list, censors, including the establishment and maintenance of machineries for continuous and universal registration of birth and death throughout Nigeria. So birth certificates and death certificates are number 8 on the 68th exclusive list of the Nigerian Constitution, the document, of course, that enslaves the Nigerian person, and the enslaving articles now, the 68 items. So number 9 on the exclusive list of the Nigerian Constitution, citizenship, naturalization, and aliens. So that is number 9. Number 10, commercial and industrial monopolies, combines, and trust. So whatever that means, that's number 10 on the exclusive list. Number 11 on the exclusive list, constructions, alterations, and maintenance of such roads as may be declared by the National Assembly to be federal trunk roads. So federal roads on the exclusive, that is why, of course, Lagos and Ibadan, Lagos and Oyo State cannot take on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway because, of course, it is a federal road. So that's number 11. Number 12, control of capital issues. So that is number 12 on the exclusive list, the list of 68 clauses that enslaves the Nigerian person in the Nigerian Constitution. Number 13, copyright. So that's number 13. Number 14, creation of states. So any state to be carved out of the land mass that is Nigeria is on the exclusive list. Number 15, currency, coinage, and legal tender. So all Naira notes or anything that is a legal tender on the exclusive list. Number 16, customs and excise duties. Number 17, defense. Number 18, deportation of persons who are not citizens of Nigeria. So that's number 18. Number 19, designation of securities in which trust funds may be invested. Number 20, diplomatic, consular, and trade representation. Number 21, drugs and poison. Number 22, election to the offices of president and vice president, or governor and deputy governor, and any other office to which a person may be elected under this constitution, excluding election to a local government council or any office in such council. So all elections outside of the local governments are on the exclusive list. So that is controlled by Aso Rock, but the states control the local governments. So that is that. Number 23 on the exclusive list is evidence, whatever that means. Number 24 on the exclusive list is exchange control. Number 25 on the exclusive list is export duties. Number 26, external affairs, so foreign affairs at the purview of the presidency. Number 27, extradition, So extradition to get a fleeing felony, somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, for instance, he will come under that cost. Number 28, fingerprints, identification, and criminal records. Number 29, fishing and fisheries other than fishing and fisheries in rivers, lakes, waterways, pond, and other inland waters within Nigeria. So I don't quite know what the legalese for that one is. Number 30, immigration into and emigration from Nigeria. Number 31, implementation of treaties relating to matters on this list. Number 32, incorporation, regulation, and winding up of bodies, corporates, other than cooperative societies, local government councils, and bodies corporate established direct by any law enacted by a House of Assembly of a state. So these are the 68 items really that enslaves the Nigerian person within the Nigerian space. Makinde, I see you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, brilliant. So, Makinde, what I'm actually going through is the Nigerian Constitution, and I'm going through some of the items that people have identified as the articles that enslaves the Nigerian person. So, so those are because, of course, in all of these sessions, you guys are always talking about the Constitution. So today we tackle that. So let me just get deep into that list, and then I'll come and sample your opinion regarding the Constitution. So number 33 on the list of 68 of items that enslave Nigerians on that Constitution, the exclusive list we're talking about, insurance. So number 34, labor, including trade union, industrial relations, etc. Number 35, legal proceedings between government of states and between the government of the federation and government of any state or any other authority or person. Number 36, maritime shipping and navigation. So that is number 36. Number 37, meteorology. Number 38, military. That includes the Army, Navy, and Air Force, including any other branch of the armed forces of the Federation. Now, number 39, mines and minerals, including oil fields, oil mining, geological survey, and natural gas. Number 40, national parks being such areas in any state as it may be. So number 41, nuclear energy. Number 42, passport and visa. Number 43, patents, trademarks, etc. Number 44, pensions. 45, police and other government security services established by law. Number 46, post, telegraphs, and telephones. Number 47, power of the National Assembly and the privileges and immunities of its members. So actually the powers of the National Assembly is actually vested within the Constitution and is on the exclusive list that is at the purview of the presidency. So number 48, prisons. So that is on the exclusive list as well. Number 49, professional occupations as may be designated by the National Assembly. Number 50, public debt of the Federation. 51, public holidays. 52, public relations of the Federation. 53, public service of the Federation, including the settlement of disputes between the Federation and officers of such service. 54, quarantine. 55, railways. 56, regulations of political parties. 57, service and execution in the state of the civil and criminal processes, judgments, etc. Number 58, stamp duties. 59, taxation of incomes. 60, establishment and regulation of authorities for the Federation or any person thereof to promote and enforce the observance of the fundamental objectives, blah, blah, blah. 61, the formation and annulment, and dissolution of marriage other than marriage under Islam. Aha! So this is an interesting one. So the formation and annulment, and dissolution of marriage other than marriage under Islamic law and customary law, including matrimonial causes relating thereto. So now the presidency has control over marriage, except of course marriage that is done under Islamic law. So why is then marriages under Islamic law excluded from the constitutional purview? But then of course church marriages are captured and controlled by Malam Buhari. Number 62, trade and commerce. Number 63, traffic on federal trunk roads. 64, waters from such sources as may be declared by the National Assembly to be sources affecting more than one state. So any river, Rhine, or any lake or whatever that transcends more than one state or passes through more than one state then comes under the exclusive list. Number 65, weight and measures. So how things are weighed, the metric system, etc., that is on the presidential purview. 66, wireless broadcasting and television other than broadcasting and television provided by government of a state. 67, any other matters with respect to which the National Assembly has power to make laws in accordance with the provision of this constitution. Number 68, any matters incidental or supplementary to any matters mentioned elsewhere on this list. So that number 68, of course, is effectively giving them a blank ticket to just This has been a bit of a scattergun session, but nevertheless, there we are. So Makinde, I'm not sure how much of that you heard, but I'm going to post the link in here for people to read at their leisure. So what are you making of the Constitution, Makinde, the exclusive list?
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah. Actually, I actually know that the constitution we are running now presently, when they were making this constitution, things were still normal. We still have some people that can still believe that they were actually doing something good for the country then. But I think as bad as the constitution is, some people still take advantage of that constitution to penetrate the system further, so that with their own selfish interest.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
You're dipping in and out, my man. Yeah.
And what?
You are dipping in and out. Your connection, your voice is dipping in and out.
Oh, maybe network. Maybe I will need to reconnect.
Oh, okay. Rowley, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, brother. I'm listening to you guys.
Yeah. How are you? I was trying to speak with you earlier, but I couldn't hear your voice. So what are you making of the Nigerian Constitution then? It's a bit labored, but 68 items on that Constitution that people are identifying as the items of enslavement on that Constitution, effectively vesting most of the powers in the hands of the presidency.
Yeah, we all know the Constitution is a fraudulent one. Even the way the Constitution was organized, we all know how it was being organized. But there's something sometimes I don't know how to talk, my brother. This is your program, I don't know how to talk, because I'm like, I have this hot blood. That's why most times you don't want me to talk. You see, you see this northern. No, let me try to say something, because sometimes you try to break somebody when we are trying to hit on some point, You see this northerners, I've come to realize that apart from this constitution, even from the division, the way they divided the nation, and the people that did it, if you see, most of the division took place during the military regime. You understand? Which means these guys they've always had this secret plan in their mind that they have been trying to carry out, and they have been trying to make constitution laws that are not working. that is working against us, you know, to oppress us and so on. So that constitution to me is really irrelevant, because even if we still have to follow the constitution, how effective it is, even with the few laws that they have made, are we really obeying the laws? Are the laws effective? Who are the laws affecting? The laws affect most of which Southerners. You understand? Because everything we say at the end of the day, it always end up in,
well, if you
come on, man, what are we
disregard,
doing with this kind of people?
the
Why can't we
constitution,
just,
then
you know, live our own life and forget about them, you know? Because everything they do is to favor them, you know.
But Rowley, if you disregard the constitution, then what rules would we live by?
No, we are not disregarding this constitution. There are some points that need to be corrected. But as far as in that, my own problem, what is really what is challenging me eternally is this: the few ones that they have that has been written, why are they not functioning, or why are they not being executed? You know, that is just the biggest problem we have. Not just we have many laws, it's not the problem, but how are we executing them? How are we enforcing them? The enforcement is the biggest problem, not just the law, the constitution or whatever. We can see everything, but are we really enforcing them? Even when we try to enforce them, who are the people that these laws mostly affect? You understand? If you come to look at it, they affect mostly with the Southerners.
Well, yeah, you know something funny.
So that is just the problem, you know. It's just the problem.
Yeah. You know something funny. Yesterday, when we were doing this session, people were saying that you can drive for miles and miles in the north without coming across a checkpoint. That really shocked me because, of course, I've never really spent any time in the north. I've probably only been to Abuja once. So that really shocked me, because that then led me to think that you cannot drive from Lagos to Ibadan or to Ondo without at least being accosted by just a retinue. The customs man will stop you and take his own. The soldier will stop you and take his own. The you know, the police, you know, you're just paying tolls to go cutting people.
Let me give you one personal experience. All the years I spent in Nigeria, I never traveled to the north because I always have this fear that I might be there one day and this violence of it just arise, especially when they go to the mall. That always happens when they go to the malls and they pass the message to them. Immediately they come out, they become violent and so on. But let me tell you one personal experience I had, you know, one thing that can never run out of my mind. I came to Europe through land, through Libya. So that was the first time I ever had the opportunity of going to the north in my life. I've never crossed Aunchi. I worked in Aunchi. I worked in many parts of Nigeria. I worked in Ibadan. I worked in Warri. I worked in Imo State, Abia State, Port Harcourt. You know, I'm a builder. You know, I'm into design. You know, you understand? So immediately we crossed the Kanu border. There's something I noticed. You know that the guys that crossed us, when they crossed us, they moved us straight to Niger police station to go and register us there. As we are going from that journey, did you know that as you are going along the line, these guys, they call smugglers, or they say they carry people through land, they smuggle people. These guys, they take you through their own security forces. You must pass through their borders. If you have to settle their military men, you have to settle them. They can pass other ways. Desert is a wide land, you know. You can divert them, but they will make sure they take you through their border. Even when the soldiers are inside, they get to the point, they will park the vehicle there. The soldiers will come out
Rowley,
out of their ranch or wherever they are staying, you know. They'll come out from that place. You know, they have Rowley, to bribe them, they have to bribe them.
Are you happy to describe that journey from, let's say, Auchi to Europe in the way that you went?
No, what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to pick up from that journey is that these Northerners or these Fulanis, they have this kind of unity, especially when you are not part of. If they know that you are a stranger, especially if you are a stranger, there's always this eye on you. They don't accept you the way they accept themselves. They're like we Southerners. There's a way we romance ourselves. You know, even in the bus, you are traveling together in the same bus or wherever. You know, we easily become friends. And so, but these people, they are not like that, man. No matter. There's always this gap. They must separate you from themselves, you know. So anything they are doing today, I try to now relate it from the way Buhari is always going to Niger and whatever, you know. So I try to, you know, I try to mesh the pictures together. You know, I try to, you know, now I start to understand that these people, there's no way we can be in the same country with them. There's no way we can do things.
Yes. All the trips he makes to Niger, what do you think that is about?
Yeah, if they fix the law, they don't obey the laws. That's the problem.
No, Rowley, did you hear me?
That is the problem. They don't, and they don't want the law to affect them.
No, Rowley, you have to listen. I said all these trips that Buhari makes to Niger Republic all the time, what do you think that is about? Are you there? Okay, I think we've lost Rowley, which just seems about apt for this particular session. So I did want to discuss the Nigerian Constitution, which is a recurring decimal on this channel, but it doesn't look as though anybody is willing to take that on as a conversation. So I'll leave it here. Carry the conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.